Okay, let's play a little game. Imagine that you are a computer scientist. Your company wants you to design a search engine that will show users a bunch of pictures corresponding to their keywords, something similar to Google Images. On a technical level, it may seem like a piece of cake for you. But say you live in a world where 90% of CEOs are male. Should you design your search engine so that it accurately mirrors that reality, yielding images of man after man after man when a user types in CEO? Or since that risks reinforcing gender stereotypes that help keep women out of the C-suite, should you create a search engine that deliberately shows a more balanced mix, even if it's not a mix that reflects reality as it is today? This is an example of the type of quandary that bedevils the artificial intelligence community, and increasingly the rest of us, and tackling it will be a lot tougher than just designing a better search engine. Now, leaders of the G7, which includes the United States, European Union and Japan, last week had agreed to create an intergovernmental forum called the Hiroshima AI Process to debate issues around fast-growing AI tools. Now, the G7 government officials are holding the first working-level AI meeting and considering issues such as intellectual property protection, disinformation, and how the technology should be governed. The G7 AI Working Group is expected to seek input from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. And in Japan, the Japanese Communications Minister has confirmed this, and he has said, as this year's chair of the G7, Japan will lead the G7 discussion on responsive use of the generative AI technology. The European Union, as you know, is on the verge of enacting the world's first major AI legislation, prompting other governments to consider what rules should apply to AI tools. The move of generative artificial intelligence tools like chatbot ChatGPT has triggered a global scramble of regulators trying to keep the technology under control. In meetings with industry leaders this week and with global peers in the past months, the European Union, the Western world's de facto digital policeman, has quietly been building support for a global pledge to build and use these new tools responsibly. In fact, at the G7 meeting of the G7 countries in Hiroshima, leaders pledged to advance international discussions on inclusive artificial intelligence governance. EU officials are now trying to shape a voluntary AI pact, one that would see companies like Microsoft, Google and OpenAI agree to non-binding principles around transparency and accountability as a stopgap solution for the rapidly developing technology.